Okay, so I know you have this, I think it's called like a diamond activity or something. Do you want to walk the people that are watching, maybe the recording or watching live, do you want to walk them through this exercise?
Sure. And the reason I call it a diamond is just because I like things that are sparkly and pretty. But the other reason is if you take a post-it note and turn it on its side, it becomes a diamond shape. So you're going to want to get a pen and paper and then draw on that paper about the size of a post-it note, a diamond shape. Okay. And then what I'd love for you to do is think about what is my vision, my biggest vision for my life. And one of the things I also encourage my participants to do is not just think about their vision as a vision board, as in work, but to all areas of your life, like my relationships, like Tina was talking about, where I want to volunteer. So think about what's my vision for my life, and then thinking about, that all together, or maybe just one of the areas. Write it down right here using only one or two words. So think of this like Twitter, where you've only got a little bit of characters to be able to represent that vision. Using one or two words, write in your vision on the top. Okay. So you might want to pause this video as you're going through this. But the next step is I want you to write down here, how do you want to feel when that vision manifests? So when it comes to fruition, what's that going to feel like? So use one or two words at the most to describe that feeling. All right. Then the last part is really where the rubber's going to hit the road. And you might balk at this, but I just work through this. I'm challenging you to do this. Write down the date. So you might want to pull out your phone and look at the months. When is this vision going to manifest? What's the date? What's the month? What's the year? And write that in the bottom. So when's this vision going to manifest? Now, when you have that done, I want you to go back to the top of the diamond. And I want you to scratch it off. I know it's going to feel weird. Like, what? You just have me write on my vision. Nope. I want you, just trust me, scratch it off. Okay. So now that you have that scratched off, I want you to realize that the middle is your vision. Right. Because I want you to look at the date that you wrote down for when that's going to manifest. And I want you to ask yourself, am I willing to wait till then to feel that way? Here's my guess. Hell no. I deserve to feel that way right now. And I'm going to guess that you might have written down accomplished, successful, loved, heard, seen, calm, content, peaceful. All of those things. You deserve to feel that today. So there is good news and bad news. The bad news is that you might have been thinking that the vision is all about someday. Well, it's someday. I'm creating this, my future. The good news is that you get to create that today by stepping into what Tina was talking about earlier, action. So the law of attraction has the word action embedded right in it. Now, how do you invite that in? You start to create bite-sized goals. So that's why I was distinguishing between a goal board and a vision board. So your goals are something that you can create, that you can start today. So knowing that this is your big vision, who do you get to talk to? Who do you get to, maybe you want to journal about? Who do you want to email? What post do you want to make on Facebook? Something that's leading you towards that bigger vision and having those little small goals. Because trust me, when you put out that post or you talk to that person and then you stop to celebrate, you're going to invite those same feelings of accomplishment, success, peace, gratitude, whatever it is that you wanted to feel. And you're already living and stepping into that beautiful vision.
I love that. That is so powerful. And it really reminds me of when I was sharing my vision with you, Deb. And I don't know if you remember this, but I said, you know what, Deb? One day I'm going to buy a Cadillac Escalade. I said, for me, that's just going to be like I'll know that I've achieved something when I buy that car. And I know you're biting your tongue probably and like holding back. And then one day I woke up, which was a week after we did that vision board together, and I declared, one day is today. Why am I waiting for X amount of dollars in the bank or X amount of status or X amount of this or that? Why can't one day be today? And I remember my husband was saying, you're crazy. Why would you go and buy an expensive car that's going to sit in the driveway? You work from home. My in-laws were saying, why would you do that? That's a lot of money just to have a car. And everybody around me was like, you don't need that. Why do you? And I thought, I don't need it, but I want it. And why can't I have what I want? What is stopping me? Is it money? Is it fear? Fear of what people are going to think? And I remember I walked into the dealership and I said, I want a Cadillac Escalade. And I picked one out and he ended up driving to my house with the one. And I said, yep, that's it. That's my car. And I said, what's next? And he's like, well, do you want your husband to come home and you want to talk it through? And I said, no, I'm buying this for me. I don't need anyone's permission. And I said, I'll sign the papers right now. How much money do you need for a down deposit? What do you need? A credit check? And I bought the car that day. And I remember getting what I wanted. And even after I had it, there was still a lot of people, oh, look at you with your fancy car. Oh, there was a lot of like negativity around me. And that opened up a door to, do I really want these people in my life? And then it just created this ripple of who I get to be today. And that didn't come easy, right, guys? Like when you're stepping into a vision that's really bold and unconstrained and you really declare what you want, I just say go for it. And that's what Debbie did with me. That's what she helped me to see. You want to write the book? Go for it. You want to be on big stages? Go for it. You want the car? Go for it. Declare you get to have whatever you want in your life. So Debbie, like, thank you seriously from the bottom of my heart for giving me the courage to just go after what I want.